Earthquake Survival Guide: What to Expect Before, During, and After. Earthquakes can happen suddenly, without warning, and harm buildings and people. It's important to be prepared in advance. To lower the chances of getting hurt during earthquakes, it's important to prepare your house for better safety. To avoid falling objects, secure furniture to walls, and put away loose items on lower or locked shelves. Also, don't keep heavy objects over beds or places where you sit a lot. Next, create an emergency plan. An emergency plan should include safe spots in each room and escape routes. Choose meeting points both inside and outside your house, and make a list of emergency contacts. Once everything's set, don't forget to practice the emergency plan regularly to make sure everyone knows what to do. With the house secured and the plan ready, it's time to put together an emergency kit. The emergency kit should include essential supplies, such as food, water, a first aid kit, a flashlight, and copies of important documents. Keep the kit in a place where it's easy to reach. Most importantly, remember to maintain your emergency kit regularly to make sure the items are in good condition.
Hi, oh my gosh.
Alright, why are we matching again?
I know, we just have good chemistry in your area. Of course, it's me, Tiffany.
And I'm Laura.
And today, although we look good, we're going to be talking about earthquakes.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember that really big earthquake in April? Oh gosh, that was terrible.
It got me dizzy like every single day. I'm imagining like, is it the earthquake again?
I know, I think I might have PTSD from like the big earthquake. But yeah, earthquakes happen quite often in Taiwan, and so I do think it is really important to talk about it. What do you think?
That's right. Okay, so why don't we take a look at today's article and find out more about earthquakes and what can we do?
Yes. Okay, so the article says earthquakes can happen suddenly without warning and harm buildings and people. That's right. They just come all of a sudden. You can't even predict it. A warning here is a noun, and it means a statement or an event that tells somebody of something dangerous or unpleasant that may happen in the future. So for example, cigarettes on cigarette boxes, there is a warning that shows you what can happen to your lungs if you're to your lungs or your body if you smoke. And that's just to show you the dangers and the risks of smoking in the future. So you do all these things at your own risk. We also have things like weather warnings, like Taiwan, we often have typhoon warnings.
Right.
If it rains too much, you might have a flood warning. In America, or I don't know, in Australia, do you guys have this? A tornado warning.
No
tornadoes,
much.
Right?
No, not so much in Australia.
In America, we have tornadoes, so we have tornado warning, super scary. But we could use warning in a sentence like this. The teacher already gave the students a warning to behave and be quiet, but they disobeyed and received detention after class. Oh no.
So naughty, you guys. Okay. Warning 是什么呢？当然就是警告的意思啦，它是一个名词哦。For example, the lifeguard gave a warning about the strong currents before letting anyone into the water. Okay, 救生员在允许任何人下水之前发出关于强大水流的警告。
Oh my gosh, get out of there.
In the water.
Exactly. Okay, next we see the word harm. Harm is a verb and it means to hurt or injure somebody or something. So, for example, plastics and global warming are harming or hurting marine life. Sometimes maybe negative press could harm, or hurt a singer's reputation or an actor's reputation. There's also a really cute saying. It's somebody wouldn't harm a fly. Like maybe John wouldn't harm a fly, and that just means that this person is so gentle and sweet, even though they might look tough, and they wouldn't like kill or hurt anyone or anything. Okay, so for example, we can say, although Ethan is really tall and strong, he's actually super sweet and wouldn't harm a fly. That's my super cute saying, right?
Cute. Love it.
Yeah, and then we can also use it like this in another sentence. You shouldn't use your phone in complete darkness. You could harm your eyes.
Yeah, a lot of you guys out there are probably doing that already?
Yeah, don't do that.
You know, like you guys go to bed or something like that.
You'll go blind.
Harm 是什么呢？就是伤害、危害的意思啦。它是一个动词哦。For example, it's important to read the labels on cleaning products to avoid harming your skin. 如果你是很保养肌肤的人，一定要仔细看这个清洁用品上面的标签，不然就会很伤皮肤哦。所以回到课文提到的是说，地震可能会毫无预警的发生，并对建筑物还有人们造成伤害。Oh no,
so scary. So here the article says it's important to be prepared in advance. Okay, so in advance, this phrase just means ahead of time and you do something beforehand.
Right, in advance 就是事先、预先。For example, please let me know in advance if you can attend the meeting. 如果你不能参加会议，请事先告诉我。所以课文是说，事先做好准备是很重要的哦。
It says here to lower the chances of getting hurt during earthquakes, it's important to prepare your house for better safety.
Oh, I want to learn.
Yeah.
Okay. So lower 在这里是个动词哦，就是有降低啊、减少。而这里提到的 chance 是个名词，就是有可能性、几率。所以为了降低在地震当中受伤的几率，做好家中的安全准备很重要。
Yes,
I want to learn this.
I know, because remember,
notes.
every time when an earthquake happens, we always message each other. I'm like, are you okay?
Are you okay? Or
Yes.
I'm like, should I just like continue sleeping?
Yeah, or
继
like,
续睡
should we run? I don't know what to do. Okay,
Tell
so
us.
what can we do? First, it says to avoid falling objects, secure furniture to walls, and put away loose items on lower or locked shelves. Okay, that's a really, really good point, because maybe like your cups or something might fall off the shelf.
Right.
Yeah, so what you should do, you should secure it maybe onto a wall or maybe in a shelf. So when you secure something, it's a verb and it means to attach or fasten something that does not move. Or so you make it don't move, sorry. When you're sitting like in a car or in an airplane, you need to wear a seatbelt to secure yourself in case there's turbulence or in case if you lurch forward, it keeps you kind of fastened so you don't move. Next it says to put away like maybe your cups or any loose items away in shelves. It says put away means to store something or put something in its right place. So for example, like your clothes should go in your closet and not in the refrigerator, or as our moms will say, not on the bedroom floor. So put away your clothes.
OK， 所以 secure 是什么呢？这是个动词哦，就是固定啊，或是绑紧。所以常常我们会用 secure something to something else， 就是将什么东西固定啊，或是绑紧什么东西在什么东西上。那 put something away 就是收起什么什么东西，不是丢掉啦。For example， 妈妈可能会这样跟你讲哦 ，Remember to put your toys away after playing。小时候常常听到，记得要玩好玩，就是把玩具收好，就是不要玩一玩了就乱丢。
God, nope.
Messy.
Let's take a look at the word loose. Okay, loose here is an adjective, and just be careful for the spelling. It's two O's, L-O-S-E. Loose things are not held together or attached to anything else. So, for example, like apples. Apples are sold individually and not in bags. So you can say the apples are sold loose. Or sometimes, if you're a girl, you're trying to put your hair in a ponytail and then you accidentally have one piece that's not a part of the ponytail. That is a loose strand of hair. Okay, it means that piece of hair is not secured and it's hanging freely. Loose can also mean not fitting closely. Like, for example, maybe people might wear skinny jeans. Skinny jeans are very, very tight. They're very close to your skin. But on the other hand, cargo pants, which are really, really in style right now, are quite loose and you have more room to walk around and to breathe. We can use loose in a sentence like this. Will picked up the loose change from the floor and put it in his pocket.
所以刚刚是不是有看到 loose 这个形容词，就是松散的啊，未固定住的，这是本课的意思哦。但是 loose 也有松动的意思。For example, be careful, that shelf is loose and might fall. 那个架子小心哦，已经松动了，可能会掉下来。这里其实我们有看到 lower， 但是它是形容词比较级，就是比较低的。所以整句课文是说，为了避免物品掉落，应该将家具固定在墙上， 并把松散的物品放在下层或者是锁上的这个架子上。这个很聪明诶。
Yeah, we don't want your cups and all your plates to fall off the shelf. So scary. Okay, next the article says also don't keep heavy objects over beds or places where you sit a lot. Oh my gosh, that's true. Like what if you're sleeping and an earthquake comes and then like your dresser shakes or something? It could possibly, fall over and hit your head or something.
I have a lot of make cosmetic stuff, okay?
Oh no.
No, 此外不要把重物放在床上方或者是你经常坐的地方哦。
The article says next, create an emergency plan. An emergency plan should include safe spots in each room and escape routes. I think maybe we need to put your makeup somewhere else. Let's take a look at the word emergency. Emergency is a noun and it means a sudden and serious event or situation that needs immediate attention or action. So for example, if you fall down and you hurt yourself, you're actually bleeding or maybe you broke an arm or something, that's definitely an emergency. You need to go to the hospital ASAP. We can use emergency in a sentence like this. You should only call 119 only in case of an emergency.
So emergency 是什么呢？它是个名词哦，就是紧急状况或是危机。台湾是打119，可是在国外有时候他们是打911. So maybe they could say something like this: in case of an emergency, dial 911 immediately. But in Taiwan, it's 119.
Yeah,
打错了。
and every country is different, I think.
know.
So if you're traveling and you want you want to just make sure everything's all right, just definitely go and check it out, what their number is, emergency number is. Okay, here it says we should plan an emergency route, or sometimes people read it as route. Both pronunciations are fine. It's basically a way or a path that you follow to get from one place to another. Like for example, from your school to your house. That's a route or route.
OK, route or route 就是路线的意思，它是一个名词，所以课文是说，接下来我们要制定一个紧急计划。那紧急计划应该包括每个房间中的安全位置和逃生路线哦， 超重要的。
Definitely. Next, the article says, choose meeting points both inside and outside your house and make a list of emergency contacts. Okay, so smart. I never thought about that actually.
对啊，所以决定好屋内外的集合点之后，接下来要怎么样列出紧急联络人
I know, they're actually all set on my phones. I have like the medical emergency ones.
Smart.
Yes, just in case. Okay, next the article says, once everything's set, don't forget to practice the emergency plan regularly to make sure everyone knows what to do. Yeah, when you make sure something just means you confirm something, you can double check, that means you check it twice. Triple check means you check it 3 times. So yeah, make sure that you know what to do in case something happens, because you might panic and you just be like, oh my gosh, I forgot everything.
Blank out.
Yeah.
Okay, panic. Okay. Yes. So make sure 就是确认确保. For example, make sure all the doors are locked before you leave. 在离开家门之前一定要确认所有的门都锁好咯，才不会有小偷进来。所以课文是说，一旦一切准备就绪，别忘了要定期练习这个紧急计划，确保每个人都知道该怎么做。
The article then says, with the house secured and the plan ready, it's time to put together an emergency kit. Oh my gosh. That's something I definitely miss out on. I forgot to do that.
Okay, emergency kit,
Yeah.
right? Okay, secure 哦，其实一般是当作动词，就是使地区或是建筑安全。那在课文当中，我们看到是过去分词当作形容词的用法哦。不过这里我们要先停一下，因为我们看到我们的 language in focus. Let's take a look. 今天我们看到的 language in focus 就是 with。后方接受词和受词补语哦，用来描述伴随着主要子句发生的动作或是状态。那受词补语常常以现在分词，也就是 VING 和过去分词 PP 的方式呈现。那以下呢，解释两者使用的时机。 像是第一个就是 with 后方受词的动作，如果呢为被动语态或者是已完成的动作，我们则要用过去分词哦。所以像是课文其实是这2个句子来组合成的，像是 the house is secured and the plan is ready， 以及 it's time to put together an emergency kit。那如果用 with 要怎么写呢？就是 with the house secured and the plan ready, it's time to put together an emergency kit。再来举一个例子，比较生活化好了，你们会比较听得懂。举例来说 ，the homework was completed. She went out to meet her friends. 那怎么样把它用 with 结合起来呢？你可以说 with the homework completed, she went out to meet her friends. 就是作业完成后，她出门去见朋友啦。再来呢，第2点就是 with 后方受词的动作，若为主动语态或是持续进行的动作，要用现在分词哦。举例来说 ，the musicians played their instruments, the audience clapped along。好，这时候我们要用 with 把它结合起来哦。The musicians played their instruments with the audience clapping along。在观众拍手的相合下，哇，这个音乐家们演奏了他们的乐器。再举一个很简单的例子 ，The children laughed, the dogs ran around them。怎么用 with 呢？很简单 ，The children laughed with the dogs running around them。在孩子们笑闹的同时，狗狗在他们周围跑着哦。OK， 所以刚刚课文是说要确保这个房子安全和计划准备好后，是时候组合出一个紧急救难包。Super smart and important.
I know. I always skip this step, which is like really bad, but I think I should do that too.
You should put together.
Definitely. And put together is a phrase that we also saw in our article. It means to put parts of something together and join them with each other. So it kind of just means like to assemble or to gather something. Like you could put together a game plan or put together a strategy, put together a business proposal, team project, or put together a team like the Avengers Assemble. Yes.
Ooh, I love that. Okay, so put something together 就是组合出或是组织出什么什么。For example, we need to put together a plan for Remember our secret project?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
I know.
We'll tell you soon what it is.
I know.
All right, next we also saw the word kit. It's a noun and it means a set of tools or equipment that you use for a particular purpose. Like for example, a toolkit might have like a hammer and screwdriver and nails. If you play the drums, you have a drum kit, all your drums and the sticks.
Right.
Your sewing kit, you know, the needles and the thread. And then a survival kit, okay? All the things you need in case the zombies come. Hopefully they don't. But we can use kit in a sentence like this. We can always rely on dad for having the right kit for the right occasion.
Nice.
Such a dad thing, right?
Smart dad. Okay. Kit 是什么呢？就是成套工具或是成套的设备，它是一个名词哦。Yeah, I think every household should have a first aid kit. 每个家庭都应该有一个急救箱，是吧？是吧？
I agree. Okay, the article says the emergency kit should include essential supplies such as food, water, a first aid kit, a flashlight, and copies of important documents, okay? So only the essentials, which are the important things. So you don't need your makeup. You don't need like, yeah, I don't know, your cute clothes. You don't need that.
Earrings.
The only important stuff. Yeah, so only essential supplies. Supplies here is a noun and it's in a plural form already. It means important things like food, medicine, fuel, etc. that are needed by a group of people. So for example, maybe a supply for people in the army are very, very different as opposed to maybe school supplies. Like when you start the new school year, you might need to have your supplies, like your stationery and your notebooks.
Those.
I love shopping for those.
Same.
To make sure you have the right things to use. Now we can use supply in a sentence like this. We donated some supplies like food and blankets to those affected by the terrible flood.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so nice. Okay, essential 是什么呢？就是必要的、重要的，它是一个形容词哦。那 supplies 呢，通常我们是用它的复数形来呈现，就是生活必需品或是日用品。For example, make sure you have enough supplies for the camping trip. 要确保你有足够的用品，那这样就可以参加露营的旅行哦。
Oh, sounds fun. You should also make copies of important documents. So documents are like official papers or books or now like electronic files that gives information about like maybe like your name, your date of birth, or it can also be things to show evidence or proof of something. So important documents, of course, would be like our passports, our ID cards, or even graduation certificates. These are all considered documents.
So document 就是正式的或者是官方的文件，是个名词哦。所以刚刚我们提到的紧急救难包应该要包含生活的必需品啊，像是食物、水、急救箱，还有这个手电筒以及重要文件的副本。
Yeah, the article then says, keep the kit in a place where it's easy to reach. Most importantly, remember to maintain your emergency kit regularly to make sure the items are in good condition. So you don't want anything like 过期的, right?
No.
Past the expiration date. Not good.
所以紧急救难包要放在你容易拿到的地方。最重要的是，你要定期维护你的紧急工具包，以确保物品是处于良好状态哦。Wow, we learned so much today. 你们喜欢今天的主题吗？不要忘了按赞、订阅、分享我们的 YouTube 频道和 Facebook 哦。
Yeah. All right. So of course, this means it's the end of the article. We do have more to talk about in the other days, but let's finish off with our For You chat. Now, what are some changes you would make to your living place to prepare for an earthquake?
Wow, I learned so much from today. Some changes I would make are probably securing heavy furniture and hanging items like mirrors to the walls to prevent them from falling during an earthquake, and preparing that, remember the emergency kit with essential supplies such as food, water, first aid items, and a flashlight.
And maybe batteries.
Yeah, and I think additionally, I would consider reinforcing doorways and identifying safe spots in each room for quick access during tremors.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
same.
so smart.
I would also do the same. I probably would add an emergency kit, and I think I might add a helmet because just in case.
That's so smart.
I'm so scared something will fall on my head. No.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I might do that.
I'll
just
do
make
that too.
sure.
I'll do that too.
Yeah,
I want a
everything's
pink one.
secured. Me too. Can we get the same? Oh my gosh, so
let's go
cute.
get one. Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
Well, that's the end of today's article, and that's all the time that we have today.
Right.
But we have some more tips for you about earthquakes in the next few days, so don't forget to stay tuned. But we'll see you soon. Bye.
Vocabulary Review. Warning. The government gave a warning about the storm and closed all the schools in the area. Harm. Not getting enough sleep can harm your ability to think and affect your mood. Loose. Carla cleaned up some loose sheets of paper that were on her desk. Emergency. The teachers are trained to keep students safe during emergencies, such as fires and earthquakes. Kit. Peter needed to put a nail in the wall, so he got a tool from his tool kit. Supplies. Before we go camping, we should go shopping for supplies so that we have everything we need.
智慧小补帖
Secure. Route. Route. Essential. Document.